Welcome to the Social Media Breakdown, the podcast, where we dive deep into the world of social media. I'm Emma.
And I'm John. Today, we're heating things up with a hot topic discussion on why we're all so hooked on social media. We'll cover why people use it, why they spend so much time on it, and whether it has any real benefits. Plus, we'll explore the pros and cons of social media and share some hot tips on how to use it wisely. Let's get started.
All right, John, let's get right into it. Why do you think people are so obsessed with social media?
Emma, it's all about connection and validation. People use social media to stay in touch with friends and family, but also to get that dopamine hit from likes and comments. It feels good to be seen and heard, right? I remember my friend Sarah, who lives abroad, said that social media has been a lifesaver for keeping in touch with everyone back home.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Social media makes it easy to stay updated on what's happening in the world and in our social circles. Missing out on the latest trend or news can make people feel out of the loop. My cousin Jane always checks Instagram first thing in the morning to make sure she's not missing anything important.
Speaking of trends, social media is a goldmine for entertainment. From viral videos to memes, there's always something new and exciting to watch. No wonder people can't put their phones down.
So true, John. But why do people end up spending hours scrolling through their feeds?
Well, social media is designed to be addictive. Platforms use algorithms to show you content that keeps you engaged. The more you interact, the more tailored and irresistible your feed becomes. It's a never-ending cycle. My friend Tom once spent 3 hours just watching funny cat videos on YouTube without even realizing it.
Exactly. And let's be honest, social media is a great way to kill time. Whether you're waiting for a friend or just bored at home, it's easy to lose track of time when you're scrolling through funny videos or reading interesting articles. I remember getting lost in TikTok dance challenges for an entire afternoon.
Plus, the instant gratification of getting likes and comments can be hard to resist. It's like a digital pat on the back, making you want to keep coming back for more.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about the advantages of social media. Is there any real benefit to spending so much time online?
Definitely. One of the biggest advantages is the ability to connect with people from all over the world. Social media breaks down geographical barriers and allows us to maintain relationships with friends and family no matter where they are. Like my old school buddy Jack, who moved to Australia, we still chat regularly thanks to social media.
That's a great point. Social media also provides a platform for self-expression. People can share their thoughts, creativity, and passions with a wider audience. It's a way for people to showcase their talents and interests. My friend Lisa started sharing her artwork on Instagram and now has a small following and even sells her pieces online.
And we can't forget about awareness and activism. Social media has been instrumental in raising awareness about important issues and mobilizing people for social causes. It gives a voice to the voiceless. My colleague Anna organized a successful charity drive through Facebook last year.
Now, let's break down the pros and cons. What do you think are the biggest benefits and drawbacks of social media, John?
Let's start with the pros. As we mentioned, connectivity, self-expression, and awareness are big positives. Social media can also be a great educational tool, providing access to information and learning resources. I learned how to cook my favorite dish thanks to a YouTube tutorial.
On the flip side, there are several cons. One major issue is privacy. People often share a lot of personal information on social media, which can be misused or lead to privacy breaches. My friend Emily had her identity stolen after sharing too much personal info on Facebook.
Another downside is the impact on mental health. Social media can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression, especially when people compare themselves to others. I noticed my younger sister, Sophie, feeling down after seeing her friends' perfect vacation photos on Instagram.
Cyberbullying is also a significant problem. The anonymity provided by the internet often encourages people to make hurtful comments they wouldn't typically say face-to-face. My nephew, Chris, experienced this firsthand in high school.
And let's not forget about misinformation. Social media can spread false information quickly, leading to confusion and sometimes even harm. Remember the time when a fake news story about a celebrity went viral, causing a lot of unnecessary panic?
Before we wrap up, let's share some hot tips for using social media in a healthy way.
Great idea. My first tip is to set time limits. It's easy to lose track of time on social media, so setting a daily limit can help keep your usage in check. My friend Mike uses an app that reminds him to take breaks.
Another tip is to manage your feed carefully. Follow accounts that inspire you and make you feel good, and don't hesitate to unfollow or mute accounts that post content that makes you feel stressed, anxious, or unhappy. I recently unfollowed a few negative accounts, and it made a huge difference.
Also, take regular breaks, step away from your screen, and engage in offline activities. It's important to disconnect and recharge. I started taking a walk every afternoon to clear my mind.
Lastly, be mindful of what you share. Protect your privacy by being cautious about the information you post online. My friend Rachel always double-checks her posts to make sure she's not sharing too much. That's all for today's episode of the Social Media Breakdown. We hope you found our discussion insightful and that it helps you navigate the world of social media more mindfully.
Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. And don't forget to follow us on social media for more updates and discussions.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, reach out to us on social media. Thanks for listening and see you next time.